So here I am. Everything I own is parked in front of a stranger's house. I find the keys. I go inside to the cutest little New Orleans home, which I've always wanted to see inside of. I sat down at the desk, and I want to be able to describe the feeling I had, but it's completely ineffable.
Bring your imagination to life with inspiring stories of an incredible and very real world.
Hello, listeners! All right, first the setup. I'm Reggie Gray, and I travel full-time with a 1970 travel trailer by the name of Franny. From my experiences, people love road people. When I tell folks what I do, it opens them up, makes them want to share and be kind. I've had money taken off my mechanic bills. I'm always given great recommendations or tour guides. I've even had people offer me places to do my laundry. All of that said, I've never experienced the kind that I've experienced from a stranger named Alice. And she happens to be sitting here with me. Hello, Alice.
Hi.
Now here comes the hook. After knowing each other for only a matter of days, Alice and I got matching tattoos. So stay tuned for the whole story. Okay, let's go back to the start. I'm Canadian. I posted on social media that I was heading into the American South for 6 months. And you commented on my photo, saying?
That you should come visit me in New Orleans, and I'm a fellow traveler.
And I responded that I was planning to do exactly that. Terrific, a connection, great. So at this point, how many times had you and I talked?
Maybe on the internet 2 or 3 times.
And it would have been like a comment on each other's photos back and forth.
Yeah.
So that was maybe a month before I was in New Orleans. And then over the month, you and I would message back and forth. And it was pretty much strictly business, wasn't it? Just talking about when I would be here. Mm-hmm. We didn't get to know each other at all. Then a huge act of kindness happened. I showed you the camp that I was planning on staying at while in town. It was a national park out in the boonies. Was it going to be a good idea?
It was not going to be a good idea. It was way too far outside of the city. It was not a good area. And you wouldn't be able to get anywhere.
Okay, so you didn't want me to park there. Well, then what the hell do I do?
Well, you could always just park in front of my house and use my laundry services and bathroom services.
Good God, I'm not the type of person to take advantage of anyone, especially considering my version of van life is invasive. I don't have a bathroom. I don't have a water tank. I don't even have power unless I'm plugged in. I wanted to leave it at, you know what, I'll get back to you. But then in the same conversation, you dropped a bombshell on me.
I'm also Canadian.
We're like family. I had to stay at your house. About a week later, the day came. I was making my descent into New Orleans from Oxford, Mississippi. So the deal was that I'd get there a few hours before so we could meet. You could show me around your house. But anyone who knows me knows that I'm a total disaster. Of course I was late, and you were already gone to work. A sane person in your position would have said, park out front and chill. I'll see you when I get back. Instead, you...
I left the keys to my house under my door for a person from the internet, a stranger from the internet, to come in and hang out for 8 hours while I was at work.
So here I am. Everything I own is parked in front of a stranger's house. I find the keys. I go inside to the cutest little New Orleans home, which I've always wanted to see inside of. I sat down at the desk, and I want to be able to describe the feeling I had, but it's completely ineffable. The only thing I could really think of is how magical the universe is to connect two people who are both kind, polite, and giving. I knew I could be trusted, but at this point, Alice, you didn't. You were in the dark completely. You're so brave. So why? Why let a stranger into your house? Were you worried at all?
I don't think so. I had known about your travels and knowing my travels from California to New Orleans in my 1963 truck. I had a lot of people come up and be very, very generous with their time. And it wasn't just like single people, it was business owners who would like let me stay at their hotels or like little vintage trailers that they would rent out in the summer. And people that would just like let me stay in their house for 3 weeks at a time because I was broken down and my truck wasn't working, or in their RVs in their 1970s tiny little RVs that were like maybe 192 square feet. And, somehow all those things worked out, and I don't question it. So I just kind of try and pay it forward.
Alice and I finally got to meet and spend some time together, and we discovered some shocking similarities. We knew we were both Canadian. We'd both been nomads, but we actually had fairly similar family backgrounds, and we both legally changed our names as adults. And craziest of all, we have the same birthday. Have you ever met someone else with November 1st?
No, not ever.
I haven't either. Which leads me to last night. We're both a little bit off our rocker, so we decided to get identical tattoos of scorpions, as we're both Scorpios. And we got them in the same places but mirrored. That was insane.
That was pretty crazy.
Alice, I'll never forget my time in New Orleans. That was some spooky voodoo shit. Thank you for your kindness and allowing this insanity to even happen. It was a really brave step for you. We're making this audio story on the final day of our time together, and it's been 10 days of two prior strangers pretty much living together. And I must say, Alice, I think we live together pretty well.
Yeah, not bad.
Listeners, friends, this isn't a story to encourage you to open your door to everyone. Use your reasoning. It's more a story to promote kindness, open-mindedness, and love for strangers. Because look at the cool shit that can come from it. Do something small for someone in need. Who knows, you might end up getting matching tattoos. Or in my case, family. Before signing off, I must make this apology public though for Alice. The only flub of my living here was leaving a glass of water on your wood desk without a coaster. It's true, it happened. Alice, we will always have our scorpion tattoos, and you will always have my ring on your coffee table. I'm sorry.
That's the most Canadian ending ever.
Thank you for joining us on another audio adventure right here at Wandertale. Subscribe to our channel to stay tuned for more stories from around the world and share tales with the open-minded, the brave, and the curious.